Okay, so we're just going to start off with, I've got some watercolour, 300 GSM watercolour paper here. I've got my cheap Reeves watercolours, and I've got a couple of buckets of water, and this is a number 6 round brush that I'm using. I've already sprayed some water onto my paints to get them going a bit. And what I want to do is just make some simple circular shapes in a row in different colours. So I'm just going to make some rough flower shapes. And I want them to get slightly smaller with each circle. Now I'm going to let that dry before I do my next layer. Right, now that the first layer is dry, I want to add a second layer of colour, a slightly darker layer of colour this time, just to give it a little bit of depth and a little bit more interest. So I'm going to take each colour that I did the first time, so the yellow, I've got a slightly darker yellow that I'm going to apply this time onto that. I'm just going to drop in little drops, little bits of colour. I'm not going to go all the way around, I'm just going to pop in bits, and I'm going to do the same on all of my sort of flower shapes. Next I'm going to take a fine liner pen. This is a number 5 Pigma Micron, but any fine liner would be fine. And I'm going to draw some sort of spirals decreasing down into the middle. I'm going to do that on all of my flowers. They don't have to be perfect, but I'm just kind of trying to aim each spiral that I do. Like I'm going to go in, I'm giving them squared sort of edges, and then I'm aiming for the centre of the next line and the centre of the next line and so on, just so that, but again, not being perfect about it, just spiralling them down. I'm going to go ahead and do that on all of my flowers. Now I've grabbed some white cardstock. It's 200 GSM, and I get this. It's very cheap. I get it from the pound shop in England. You get 30 sheets in a pack, and this will go through my printer. So I've grabbed this, I've taken my master, because this is going to be my master sheet now, and I've photocopied it onto a piece of this cardstock. So I've got that now, and now I'm just going to fussy cut my roses out of from my copy. I'm going to leave a little white border around the edges as I cut, but you don't have to. You can cut directly on if you want, or you could even follow the black line if you wanted to, but I like to leave a little white border, so I'm going to get on and do that now. Right, I've got all of my roses fussy cut out now, so you can either use them just as a single layer on a layout or a card if you want to, or you can do what I'm going to do on this occasion, and I'm going to use some dimensionals to layer them up with. So I've got some sort of larger ones and some smaller ones to use, so I'm just going to pop my dimensionals on the backs and layer them up. If you photocopied them in paper, you could scrunch them up and make them even more dimensional. I think that would be quite nice as well, but is that going to fit on that? Yep. So another large one. But on this occasion I'm just going to keep them simple and just layer them up like this. And I think I'll use a few little ones for this last one. And of course, if you've got a scan and cut machine or any other kind of electronic cutting machine, you could use those to cut your roses out rather than fussy cutting them, but it works really well just fussy cutting them. So I hope you enjoyed that little tutorial. They are all ready now to go on cards or scrapbook layouts or however you want to use them. So thanks for watching everybody, I always appreciate it. Bye bye.